Hi, my name is Nathan, and today I want to talk about death and some really sad news that I got recently. I remember last year Kobe died, and it felt like a dream, something that was unreal. And I think it's kind of parallel to, say, like Michael Jackson dying or any celebrity figure who was an icon or at least had an impact in your life. For me, at least, my mother and father both really really loved the Lakers, and my mom only loved the Lakers because of Kobe Bryant and because of his never say die attitude and all the characteristics that made him Kobe. And my mom loved that energy, that ferocity, that competitive spirit, and the ability to just work through anything. And when Kobe passed away, I was sitting in a car with my entire family after church. It was a fever dream, something that I feel like wasn't real, but I remember every single moment of it. And I still think about that day and how unreal it felt until we turned on the car radio and that's all they were talking about. It was that morning that Kobe had been in an accident. And this news is similar. So Kenta Miura, the author slash artist of Berserk, passed away recently. And obviously, I didn't know Kento Miura. I didn't know him personally. And condolences to anybody that didn't know him personally, his family, his friends. We lost a good one. We lost a great one, well before his time. And it's really sad to see him go. Obviously, I don't know him personally, but in general, it is really hard losing somebody, and I understand that. The first time I ever cried and like acknowledged death was when my barber, who had been cutting my hair my entire life, passed away from cancer, and I still feel regret for not being able to tell her all the things I wanted to when she was still alive, and for thanking her for, I mean, being a third parent in the shop, for always just not just cutting my hair, but for listening to me, for making me feel welcome when I was shy and didn't know where to go or what to say or who I wanted to be yet, for always making me walk out of the shop with confidence. Every time I got a cut, the Monday following or the Monday following that school week, I felt like the freshest kid. It was a wonderful experience, but when she passed, I don't know. Death just doesn't feel like it's real until it's already on us. And with Kento Miura, obviously he didn't have the same effect as somebody that's in my life, but I still feel really sad about it. Just because Berserk was something that I spent a lot of my time not just reading Berserk, but I discovered Berserk sixth grade, and I'm a junior in college now. So it's just weird looking back and wondering like, where did the time go? I have been experiencing this man's story for maybe almost a decade, and there are people who have watched and read Berserk for longer than I've been alive. And I just wish I could have said thank you to Kento Miura personally for introducing me to a story that really moved me and not just gave me hope, but exposed me to the pain that life brings and all of the hurt that comes with life. I just can't be thankful enough for the experience that Berserk gave me. I remember when I was in sixth grade, I found Berserk on my iPod underneath the covers when YouTube didn't care about copyright laws. I watched every episode, one by one, of the 90s anime. And it was an experience I don't think I'll ever forget. Whether it was the weird tone that I hadn't been experienced to before, the melancholy of Guts, a character who on the outside is almost never happy, but is more human than most characters ever put to fiction. Whether it was Casca, a ferocious spirit, um, probably one of my first examples of a black woman in made any animated media. It was She's probably one of the best, not just black characters, but just one of the best characters in fiction. And whether it was Griffith, his amazing leadership, um, the amazing character of Griffith, um, the Griffin didn't do anything wrong. I'm kind of getting incoherent, but the story just touched me and resonated with me, and I've been reading it to this day. It's been a long time. I've been a Berserk fan for a long time, and I can't feign to know any of the things that other Berserk fans who've been experiencing it for longer than I have, or Kento Miura's family, or the people that have actually worked with him or his assistants. But from the bottom of my heart, I have to thank him for not only introducing me to manga, um, introducing me to the more complicated side of anime, but for showing me that no matter how hard life gets, there's hope. There's hope. There's always hope. And through reading Berserk, the biggest lesson I learned is that regardless of what happens to you, regardless of how hard life gets, how hard everything hits you, you're gonna come out the other end. We're gonna lose people, but you're loved. We're gonna find a way. We always do. We lost a great one. And that's really all I had to say. I just wanted to get these feelings out of me. But before I go, I kind of wanted just to share a clip that I found today. I wanted to do this Berserk video just because it was on my heart. And I found this video today. I just wanted to share it. Bababoom. Yoink. Mink.
You're going to be all right. You just stumbled over a stone in the road. It means nothing. Your goal lies far beyond this, doesn't it? I'm sure you'll overcome this. You'll walk again. Soon.
Rest in peace, Kento Miura. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the stories that changed my life, that changed many others' lives. Thank you for Guts and Casca and Griffith and the Band of the Hawk. And thank you for having the courage to put your authentic story onto paper. It meant the world to me. Have a wonderful day. We'll be back to uploading. Let's get to it. You know what it is. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.